everyone, and welcome to Unlock with Peace. I'm your host, Mikey Latia, and on today's episode, we will be unlocking the story of a multi-dimensional artist and a wordplay genius, Pariis Noel. Hey.
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm good, it's been a long time.
I know. How you been?
Blessed, highly favored, all of the above, you know?
Yes.
Can't complain.
I'm happy to hear that. So how have you been during this pandemic and everything?
Honestly, I've been taking it to use to the best of my ability, you know? Taking time to just sit back, reflect, create, you know, pray, meditate, realize what's important. You know? Just, you know, taking it one day at a time, and, you know.
What has been the most important thing that this pandemic has taught you?
That we're not in control of everything that we think. You know, I would have to say that in any given moment, as spoiled as we are, you know, undeserving as we are, a higher power is in control of everything. So in a hope, things can happen instantaneously.
Right.
So we just got to realize that, you know, everything is not about our time and what we want, when we want it, how we want it. It's about God's time. And so, and ultimately, I just really feel that it taught me a lot to deal with patience and self-reserving.
Yeah.
You know, utilizing time that you have to really just sit down and reflect, you know, just observe. So, yeah.
That's so important. It's great too that you said that, because it helped us realize that we're not in control. Like you said, we are just not in control at all. So what is something, because like I know in the beginning it was different. Like this is something we've never experienced before. So like, how did you, when you first heard the news, okay, like we're shutting down, what was going through your mind?
I knew it was coming.
Yeah.
I already knew it. Like I had the expectancy, like things are gonna shut down. You know, it's gonna be different. And honestly, through the a lot of the deaths and passings, unfortunately, that happened. Everything else that just was going on, it kind of felt free a little bit.
Yeah, I agree.
It felt free. It felt cleansing. It felt, you know, untoxic. It just felt like it was needed for just like overall humanity. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I felt. I kind of felt that I knew it was coming. You know?
I so agree, and that's why I said the same thing. Like, it's unfortunate of the things that did come with it.
Right.
But overall, like, it was so necessary. Like, it was so necessary. We needed to all just sit down.
Yeah.
Sit down, take a breather, look at life, and really pay attention to what it is, what's going on around us, our family, our friends, our personal well-being, our careers, like that. Yeah, it was definitely necessary. Like, people sometimes they get shocked and they say, "How you been?" I've been great. This has been phenomenal. When are you going back to work? I don't know. I'm not thinking about that.
Yeah. So wake up and just not have to worry about your bills and worry about this and that, and
you know,
you just like, I'm telling you, freedom, like
a sense of peace.
Yes.
Man.
Yeah.
That's I love to hear that. You don't really hear that often with this pandemic. You don't. So I really love to hear that. So I want to know. So who is Pariis Noel?
Pariis Noel is a voice for the voiceless, being the change, making a difference, being not afraid of being vulnerable, not afraid of flaw, not afraid of being afraid, you know what I'm saying, at the same time. And just really being dynamic on purpose, you know what I'm saying? Purpose, passion, you know, succeeding, thriving, all of those things above, you know, God-fearing, ultimately.
I want to tackle a few of those things. You rarely hear a man talk about being vulnerable.
Yeah.
So how is that, taking that leap into being vulnerable? How was that?
I think I would have to say, being a black man, we are so guarded, so gung-ho, so tight, so rock solid. You know, we have this gauge community in our mental, you know, where it's caged with a lot behind it. You know, and we gotta really understand that it's okay to express your feelings. It's okay to, you know, be open. It's okay to really, you know, let yourself feel free, you know, release a bit, you know, don't be always so tight, you know, and of course I get it, that's our strength, but at the same time, you know, we gotta have some calm, you know, that really is a thing that we have to understand, because it's like, if we have so much bottled in, then what's to happen when it explodes?
Yeah.
You know, so I think being vulnerable and not afraid to do it, you know, that vulgar mentality where you just got to be like, look, this is me, accept it for how it is and how it comes, you know. And I really feel like being a musician, you know, says a lot too, where you have to be open, you have to be outspoken, you have to, you know, really just not be afraid to just be free and just open up, like whatever it is, you know, freedom is expression and just the whole aura of it. You know?
Wow, that's super dope.
Yeah, man, so,
I like that. You so open.
I mean, that's how it is. Like, accept it. Take me as I am. You know, how I come with my everything. You know.
Right.
That's how I am with my music. Like, people say, like, sometimes you may be too honest, but I feel like it's no such thing as too honest. You know. It's no such thing to me.
What is
like,
that?
What is that? You know?
For real, it's me.
Be something that I'm not.
Right. I like that. Yeah, you know, especially with today's society, it's like everyone's so sensitive.
Yeah.
And it's like you're almost speaking in order to be careful to not hurt somebody else. But when you're doing that, you are pretty much, you know, you're guarding your own way of how you feel just to please somebody else, but you're not being honest and real with yourself.
Yeah, it's a hindrance to you, man.
Yeah.
It really is, because it cages you for what you really want to be. You know, it's almost like a butterfly in a cocoon. You know, you keep putting it. You keep that butterfly is not meant to be there.
Right.
It's not.
Right.
It's
It's
not.
time to grow.
It's time to grow. It's time to let loose and, you know, be free. And whatever it is, you know, don't be afraid.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Wow. So have you always been like this?
I had to grow into it as I matured. You know, kind of have tendencies where, you know, I get a little bit weary about certain things or whatever, but it's like, you know, the wiser I get and the more I grow and realize this life is a quest, you know, it's like you're here for a purpose. Like you here to just, when I leave this earth, I want to leave empty, which means I let everything out of me, everything that goes from my talents, my attributes, everything. I want to leave this place empty to where my presence still feels here, you know, in the spirit. Like, you can still feel him around here, you know. That's just how it has to be, you know. I laid it all out. Like, I leave this place empty. You don't want to leave here full, you know. Exhaust me out, like, completely.
I have never heard that. I've never heard anyone put that in that way at all.
Yeah, that's just how it is. You gotta lay it all out on the line, like, empty yourself. Empty yourself.
That is, you know what's crazy? That's actually really important.
Yeah.
I never even thought about, you know, feeling empty when I leave.
Yeah.
Because, so tell me, how does that differ when you want to feel empty when you leave, but we strive on being whole while we're alive?
So the thing is like, being whole while we're alive, yes, that's one thing. You want to feel whole, but you want to feel whole at the same time knowing that you've given your all. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you can feel whole in knowing that you are filled with so much potential and so much greater within you, but what's going to make you really feel whole is that you let that out. If you put it all out and you lay it all out on the line and you just say, this is me, I'm going to do exactly X, Y, Z. If I want to go do politics, I want to go do I want to do music, I want to do this, I want to do that. Like, you know, this life that we have, it really is limitless, you know, but it's about the mindset of putting those shackles on you, what you feel that you're not capable of doing, the doubts creep in and all of these different things. So what you really feeling whole is like knowing that you're emptying yourself. That's what really make you feel whole. Okay. Like,
preach.
I'm serious. That's really what it is. Like, if you know you giving your all, that's what make you feel whole. Like, I did it. You know? I laid it all out on the line. You know?
Wow. And then you leave.
And then you leave and free spirit. Now you just in the mist. You know?
Wow. Out of flesh.
Yup. Out of flesh, but in the spirit, you just.
Okay. I like how you put that.
Yeah.
So tell me, how does Pariis differ from divine?
Pariis differs from divine. Pariis is the vessel. to deliver the message, to be the voice for the voiceless, to really, the platform. That's the entity, that I've created for myself to filter stories and do things and relate in a way, and really stand behind the symbolic meaning. Divine is family man, the loving, with family and nurturing and so on and so forth, personal. I learned to separate the two. Like, the world does not deserve what is personal to me. But what Pariis can do is I can give you this of me, but you can't have this.
What I want you to know.
That's, I really truly believe in just separating the two, and you got to really understand that. Like, it's just that sanity. That's why I follow people like J. Cole and Kendrick so much, because their personal lives are not public. It's a difference.
Yeah.
It's not public. It doesn't. Where is it in the rule or any way that says that you have to give us your personal life?
Right.
I don't have to give you that. I don't.
I completely agree with that. I see so many fans.
Yeah.
People feel obligated to know, oh, you didn't post this. You didn't tell us that you had a child. You didn't tell us that your kid is now 4. Who are you?
You know what it is? Because fans are self-connected. They're so connected. And they feel like they're owed and entitled to it.
Yeah.
But they got to understand, even though we're on this high stature, we're human at the end of the day. So you can't put us on this pedestal and expect everything to trickle down. That it's like fish. When you put food in the fish tank, they running. So everything that, you know what I'm saying? You can't do that. Like, it can't be like that. Sometimes I may not feel like feeding you certain things,
You gotta understand that.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, even with friends, if you don't post certain things, I didn't know you had that going on.
Yeah.
I didn't know I was obligated to sit here and stop what I was doing to send you an update on my life.
Yeah, you just never know what a person may be going through, or what it may. It's just, I don't know, man. We're so stubborn as humans, man.
We're stubborn. We're spoiled.
Yeah, like, we want what we want. We want what we want when we want it. I'm guilty and contest to that.
Me too. Definitely.
But it's just about balance. Taking things one at a time,
Yeah, absolutely. I love that. That's very true. How do you manage your mental health?
Pray, of course. That's the ultimate key factor. Like, I don't put anything to substitute or cope my mental health aside, like prayer. I don't do anything else to really like keep me sane or whatnot. I just pray. Meditation, of course, I'm getting more into the realms of that. But just prayer and really just thinking a lot. Thinking a lot about how certain situations could be worse. Is it really that bad? How could it be better? And what was intentional? My grandmother always told me something real, and it's been sticking with me now. Is we pray to God that things are going to work out. She told me, no, you got to pray that things can work out. But what you most importantly pray for is that pray to God that He gives you the strength to accept His will.
Yeah,
and that's for real. So we got to understand that can't be questioned.
Yeah, exactly.
So, I just think the mental stability of it all is just creating a world for yourself where you monitor who lives there, who's allowed to vacation, and who can't come at all. And that's just the world that you have to create for yourself. That's completely it. And once you do that, everything is going to be completely to your control. You know who you want to come in your house, who can't come in your house, and who can't know where you live at.
Yeah, right.
For real. So
it's
just the same thing in the mental perspective. Like, I'm not going to convey in that energy. I'm not going to indulge in that energy. Like, energy is like everything. And frequencies, and you get that around, and you just like something's off or something's is not really rubbing right with me. I'm gonna just seize from that.
Yeah. And the more in tune you get with that, the more you can make those decisions to say, okay, I feel you. Because this is the thing. We can ignore things all we want, but at the end of the day, what God puts in us will always remain. So you can keep ignoring it, but you're going to always have that uneasy feeling of, this is just not right. This energy is off. This isn't aligning with my spirit at all.
Yep.
You will definitely know.
It's gonna keep coming to you, you know.
Until you make that decision to say, okay, let me go get better. Let me find better, and let me eliminate myself from whatever it is that's holding me back.
Yep.
That is very important. You touched on something before this about praying God's will, His strength,
right?
You know, of His will, and that's also very important too. I wanted to kind of tackle on that too, because we are so stuck with our own fixations. We're stuck on, well, this is what I want,
right?
So God, give it to me,
right?
But if that's not what He has for you, you can't receive it.
Exactly.
And when you don't receive it, you have to be prepared for what is meant for you.
Yeah.
And I know growing up for me, like that was not necessarily a struggle, but you know, when you're young, I want.
Exactly.
But it's not until you get older, you're like, nah, I don't just want, because if it's not for me, I know it's just not gonna work out the way that it should work out.
Exactly.
But the moment you say, God, what do you have for me? Prepare me for what you have for me, so I can be ready. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Cool. If my plans also align, that's even better. But if not, cool. Prepare me for what you have.
Yeah.
That's so important. I'm glad you said that.
Absolutely.
Y'all hear that? Listen, stop asking what you want.
Pray for what you need.
Right, exactly.
What you need.
It ain't all about what you want. So, how has your journey been, like seeking purpose?
It's been, I would say, the journey of seeking purpose is been really, I would have to say, strong. Purpose, you know, with me, and just really finding what it is. It's been really like nurturing.
Yeah.
It's been really helpful, educational. You know, it's been teaching me a lot of wisdom. You know, and just realize that you just gotta walk in your purpose. Like, don't be afraid to, you know, and just go at it like with everything that you have. You know, once you find that thing that you're meant for, you know, it's gonna align with other purposes. You know, and that's just where it's gonna really like catapult you. You didn't know that you were gonna be doing this and doing that and doing this and doing that, because not knowingly that you had that anointings over you. You know, so it's like it was he had to prepare you for that. He had to season you for that, for these moments. Like, he had to bring you here, you know, so that way you know like how to react and everything. So, and handling it. Handling it with care, like handling it well. It's fragile, you know, it's sensitive. Handle that purpose, you know, nurture it, like, you know, don't tamper with it, don't hinder it, don't take it for granted. Walk in it by any means, by all means, with meaning, you know, dig deep into it, you know. Like, that's just the real reality of it. It's such a great feeling when you find it.
It is.
When you know it, you trust it. You know, no one tells you it verbatim, but it's just something just within your spirit that aligns. Like, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. You know, because I'm feeling every goosebump, cringe, and emotion, cries, and the laughs, and the anger. It's like, that's what's a part. It's like a forced upon marriage. That you have, and you just instantaneously commit. A
forced upon marriage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Commit to that purpose. Like, that's what it is. That's what you're supposed to be doing.
That definitely that passion, that fire that really drives you, and that power it gives you. That is so important. I know. I remember my journey seeking purpose. Man, I was like 18 or 19.
Right.
And at that age, it's like, all right, high school's over. This is on me now. What am I supposed to be doing with my life? I had a schedule. Now I got to make my own schedule. And that's a journey. Like, what's some advice you would give to youth who are growing into that at that age, where even it doesn't even have to be youth, because there are still people our age who are still on that journey to find their purpose. What is some advice you would give them?
Explore.
Yes.
Like, you vulnerable at this point. You're a young adult. You're going in something where it's like you have no instruction manual at all. whatever it is that you're trying to do, explore. But just rest assured that it's gonna align with positivity. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't want to see yourself on a bad end of things where it's like, oh wow, it's putting you in a jam.
Right.
And then you go about it like you don't know what you're doing. You know? There's bees all over here. Yeah, you know, that's just really it, man. Just don't be afraid to just leap. But leap in the right direction, you know. Leap. Just go out there and just say, you know what, this is what I'm gonna do, this is what I got a passion for. Dig deep, you know.
Yeah.
And just explore with all means. Like, don't let nobody tell you what you can't do. Don't let nobody put their projections of you on you.
And their fears. And
their insecurities and their doubts and all of those negative attributes or negative traits that they have on, you know, don't let them do that. You know, go at it like hard, strong, you know, fierce.
Right. In every experience, look at it and analyze it. Okay, what did I take from it? What did I learn? What is going to help me grow? What do I need to let go from this experience? And I literally look back at everything I've been through, every job. Okay, what did I learn? What did I need to take from that? Because it was there for a reason. So why was I there?
Exactly.
And you begin to build and be able to really fulfill that purpose and align with your walk. I like that.
Create your character. Mold character. Create character. Like, you gotta. That's what's gonna really. That's gonna be your instruction manual. The character that you become, because it's gonna know how you handle yourself in certain situations. Like, I've been here. I know how to handle myself.
So tell me, Pariis, what drew you to music?
I would say destiny, fate, family. The reason I say that is because my grandfather, he was actually in a gospel group, and I didn't know my grandfather very well, you know, because due to, like, you know, my father, you know, he wasn't really around when I was younger, but he played a pivotal part, you know, in my life and, you know, my upbringing as far as when I got older, you know, along the line. So, you know, it was I'm still kind of like meeting relatives to this day on my father's side of the family, you know, which I'm grateful for, by all means. But my grandfather, he was actually in a gospel group, and, you know, I just really didn't realize how connected I was to him in a sense with the short time that I got to share with him, and, you know, when he was here. You know, this man I looked at a lot of things, like, he was 80 plus years old with a head full of hair, you know, and he never cussed, and, you know, he never did certain things, like he never whooped his kids, and, you know, the things that I found out about him, and just, you know, that time I had seen him, you know, he was in the hospital, and I couldn't talk to him because, you know, the situation that had happened at the moment, you know, I just felt a connection. So I feel like between him and, you know, my uncle, they got me like, kind of like that, passed that down to me, you know. I don't know what it was, and then after that it's like what drew me to hip hop, you know, something that just felt right about it, to be connected to it, you know. Like I was a break dancer, like one of those guys, like I was
gonna show us some moves?
Nah, I'm over them stages, like nah, I'm over them stages. I ain't did a handstand in so long, but
you be doing all of that.
Yeah, I was really like in tune with it, you know. That was like the passion, the heat of the moment, where it's like, this is it. And I knew music was connected to it. I said, oh, wow, like I don't know where, I couldn't tell you where aligning words and rhyming words came from with me. I just knew I could do it. I don't know. I really don't know. Like, it just really was sent from above. Like,
this
is it.
Deep.
This is it. Like,
to get such a reassurance, like, this is for you. Not everybody is able to, or not everybody ever encounter those kind of moments.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's just the nurturing of it, and then how it just came and followed me along as I grew. Like, even if I didn't bother with it when I was younger in years, and for some odd reason it just came about. Like, Here I am again. I was here at 10.
Going nowhere.
Now I'm here at 16. Here I am again. You know? I'm like, all right, look. What you want me to do with you? Obviously.
You're not going nowhere.
Let's go. You know?
Right.
Let's do it. This is what you called me for. This is what you telling me I'm supposed to do. All right, how am I supposed to attack this? Everything just was about teaching myself. You know, learning how to song format, write, storytell. My biggest thing was just grasping storytelling to make people like really sit back and imagine, just reflect. Like, wow. You know?
Yeah. And I want to tap on that too, because that's something with me. I always say I love to hear when you use words and I can paint a picture with your music. And with you, not only do you paint a picture, but you feel it.
Yeah.
Your one song on your Beautifully Flawed album, it's not Who Am I, it was, what song? Well, it was just, you know, I was in the group, next thing you know, I heard gunshots and I jumped. And I've heard this song so many times. And it is addiction. Every time, because I wasn't expecting it to go that way. I wasn't expecting that. That's what it is. And so every time I hear it, I be like, hold on. They was saying the curve. Man. So not only do you paint a picture, but you are feeling it. That's like so incredible. You know, we can't feel things and feel good about things, but to actually, like, a heart dropping moment, like, oh my God. Yeah. Your music definitely creates a feeling to it too.
Oh man, it's so funny hearing that, because that's all I've ever wanted, was to create a feeling for other people. You know, when you create a feeling for other people, then they can carry that with them.
So what do you want people to take from your music exactly?
Connection. Connection. We connected. Instantly we connected. Like, don't afraid to feel connected. Take it and just connect. A good connection. Vibration. Something that can give you an insight, to be therapeutic, you know, be free. All of those good things, like things that you can't walk into a store and buy and purchase. You know, that connection. Really just feel like I'm connected with you. We align. Something you going through that I'm going through, that I can help you get through what we both going through.
Right.
Connection.
Definitely there's a connection with your music. Definitely.